Hi, this is Sage Adams again. Welcome to the sixth installment of our Learning Microsoft Access 2013 tutorial series. In last week's episode, we looked at field properties, and in this episode, we'll look at finding and filtering data. This is basically a prequel chapter for learning queries, but it's still got some useful techniques, so don't skip it. In week 4, we learned how to sort our data in our tables, and that was a useful thing. So today we'll be looking at finding information using the Find feature and the Filter tool to show only matching records that meet specified criteria. Find is basically a quick way to find text on the screen, and is sometimes all you really need. You don't need to create a whole query, for example, just to find some text. So we'll be using these basic tools really to improve our efficiency as well. Filtering comes in handy, for example, when you want to search for only those records with a certain value for a field. So first, let's look at Find and Replace. Go ahead and go to a table you wish to search and click the Home tab and then the Find button. Type the text you wish to find, select which field to look in, and what to match. You can find numbers, words, phrases, and even partial words using this tool, and the Match selector will help you further define the criteria. When you're ready, click Search and choose up or down to see what you found. Use Match Case to make the search case sensitive. You may also use the Replace button to find and replace a bunch of data at once. This is very efficient, but be careful. You don't want to accidentally replace the wrong word or phrase, so use this tool with caution. Now, this tool isn't that handy when you only have 5 or 6 records like I do in the comic books database, but when you get up to hundreds or even thousands of records, it becomes a lot more useful. So let's look at our comic books database. As you can see, I've actually added a bunch more records, so we can see how powerful this is. First, let's do a search for our favorite hero, Spider-Man. Great. That looks good. Now, let's say we wanted to replace every occurrence of a cover price that was set at $2 with $2.50. We'd do it like so. Now, let's apply a filter. As you can see, we have at least one record with an empty publisher. Well, that's not good, so let's apply a filter to see all the records with nothing in them. Click the column for the field to search. Click Home and the Filter Selection button. Click equals blank to display all the blank entries. This is very useful for finding missing data very quickly for one field. You can also filter for specific values. Let's say, for example, we wanted to see all the comics with a specific cover price. Let's try 75 cents. Those were the days. I must have bought most of those when I was around 9 or 10 years old. You can also filter by form, which works sort of like queries, so it's a good thing to practice for the next few chapters. It gets you in the mood, at least. Just click the Filter by Form button and fill out your criteria. We'll say, for example, cover price 75 cents or Action Comics. You'll then see when we toggle the filter that it shows all the 75-cent cover price books as well as all the Action Comics regardless of cover price. There's a lot of power in filters, and it's worth exploring this tool with your own data to see how you can best make use of it. Finally, you can save your form as a query to make sure all your hard work doesn't go away when you close the program. Plus, it gets you acquainted with queries. Just click Save as Query to save it in your query's objects area. Give it a name and you're good to go. You can always run the query later like so. Okay, that's it for this unit. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you guys next week where we start diving into queries.